It all began with light. Creation, I mean. Our dear earth. Hear these words from the Hebrew Scripture. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters, and God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness, and God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. Since time began, people have sought to align themselves with the forces of nature. Primitive people understood that without the sun, no life could exist. Without the moon, they could not count the days of the month. The first astronomers were, in fact, priests, and the first observatories, temples. One of the original meanings of the Latin word templum was a place set aside for observing the heavens. And the Latin word religio means to relink or rebind. That is, the purpose of religion is to relink us to the universe, to maintain a proper balance between humans and the cosmos. Way before the time of the great religions, the time when the numinous broke through in various forms, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, way before that time, many cultures marked the rhythms of nature with ritual and with festival. Fertility celebrations such as May festivals came with springtime planting and Thanksgiving with harvest. For many cultures, the winter solstice was the most significant seasonal festival. It was marked in amazingly similar ways by societies as different and far removed as the pre-Celtic stone circle builders, the Chinese, and the Swazi of Africa. Over and over again, we see this common theme repeated of the relationship of light to humankind and to the earth. Life was created out of light, and all of life is sustained by light. And yet we know that no light can be seen without its counterpoint, the dark. The brilliance of the stars is ours only because of the depths of the night. Physicists tell us, in fact, that darkness is the birthing force. They posit a huge, dense darkness that expanded and then burst forth a great light from within itself. And so we come to see that the light and the dark, like yin and yang, are essences, each without which the other could not exist, each having its place and purpose in our lives. However, in our Western society, we have some serious problems with this concept. You see, many indigenous cultures move into mystery to find vision. The light unfolds from this root of darkness or of mystery. But here in the West, we are enthralled to the scientific method, which is splendid for discovering certain kinds of truth, like the structure of DNA, but useless for finding wisdom. Just dandy for learning how to split open a person's chest and fix his heart, but useless for teaching him how to just open his heart. And so we, who consider ourselves the most enlightened sons and daughters of the Enlightenment, learned how to make a hydrogen bomb, but forgot to ask when and why we should ever drop it. Our economists have developed elaborate mathematical formulas to explain how wealth works, how money moves, but we have not as yet understood how so many people could be hungry and homeless in a land of so much plenty. So, we have a problem with a too narrow concept of where truth might be found. We have chosen the rule of light, of knowledge, of facts, of technical know-how, and we have cast out mystery, and intuition, whatever cannot be measured. Understand, though, in this way, we avoid the fecund and fertile ground that would make us deep and wise. And another big problem for us is language. Our language is dualistic. We say large, we say small, we say happy, we say sad, we say God, we say the devil, we say light, we say dark, and we assign value the one against the other. We say what is most comfortable for us, what is easiest for us, is the way things ought to be. And when the dark side, the shadow, in the language of Carl Jung, when darkness comes, the hard times come, we resist. What is with this darkness, we say? It ought not to be that way. But what I am saying today is that unless we can accept and even welcome the dark, the repressed, the unwanted, the uncomfortable, we will not be able to accept the invitation of light either. For you see, resistance to what is, to reality, resistance to reality leads to a shutting down, a turning away, a refusal of the beauty of life itself in all of its glorious and terrible wholeness.